Adventures on the Isle of Adolescence. Hello, Animal Sacrifice Hotline? Do you incinerate teenage boys? Here they come, the swarm. Hear the drone of their skateboards as they approach like an armada and run for cover of the nearest sleazy bar where they check ID and have bouncers like rhinoceri. Secrete thyself on the furthest stool, shield thyself with a vodka martini, and wait till the air raid siren ceases. 17 years ago, polite company screwed on hallucinogens with the intent to produce offspring which would be trippy. This coup of genetic engineering, enacted at Beans under bushes on acid, was to be the Aquarian gift to the race. After all, by 1961, God's remains had been discovered in a tar pit by the county museum. He was dead. Laboratories were lord and chemistry was life. Junkies and alkies slouched the earth supreme. And the brain damaged naturally selected the brain damaged. And they were born, incubated on fungus and fry, yanked from the host, buzzed like a saw. The scions of altered consciousness, the new breed. And now, the population is overrun with the little aberrations. And the little aberrations are so huge. Bigger than me. Dinosaurian. Come to find out, prenatal dosages of lysergic and tetrahydrocannabinol induce giantism and increased production of androgen. And here they come again, the master race, flowing in a fleet, a platoon, the hellish sibilance of metal-crushing concrete, and the pack veering toward me in formation like I'm Query. I'll just keep walking down the sidewalk like I don't notice the juggernaut of testosterone mowing me down. I grip my purse to me tight with the angst that only those in majority can know, and I pray to the God who was reinstated in 1979. Please, let this be the primarily peyote gestated branch, which rarely bites. Please, let them be crocked on popsicles, Coors, and cheap Mexican weed. Please, please, just let me get to the end of the block without getting a chunk of my butt tweaked by a twit, and they thrashed by thunderous in a deafening brouhaha with a mighty fuck this and a mighty fuck that. Fuck biology, fuck trigonometry, fuck those PDAP meetings my old man makes me go to. Fuck the cops, fuck Reagan, fuck Duke Magian, fuck Felicia, that trendy twat with her fat-ass sister, fuck Madonna, fuck heavy metalers, fuck death rockers, fuck punks, fuck trendies, fuck stoners, fuck everybody everywhere in the entire world all the time for any reason. A congested aggregate of gnats, dense with fun, and they slalom around me and I only get goosed once. Thank you, God. There is a God. I take a deep breath. This is adolescence. Your world has 4 corners and folds up neatly and fits in your pants pocket. There goes a marsupial now. You can put it in your pocket and there's room left over for cherry bombs and Marlboros. Your mother launders it every weekend. You can dirty it and leave it lying around and she'll wash it again for free. And you can fold it and stuff it and mount on your little island and be Icarus all you want. But when you're of the age of reason, the world is no longer flat. It has no edge. It boggles Daedalus, and it wrinkles. But you can't grasp it, can't clean it, can't trade it, can't bear it. But you are in it forever, whether you get high or not. Uh-oh. aforementioned marsupial has whipped around on the back of his skateboard wheels professionally to flash me some prowess, I would imagine. And he considers me like a Doberman homicidally scenting an interloper. He moves toward me, all fours spinning, activated by his olfactory and his thalamus. And he, uninvited, attaches himself to my person like an aphid with an obtrusion. I, the adult, have a superego which enjoins that such casual encounters between a marsupial of 15 and a respected, educated, self-supporting, world-traveled, condo-owning, urbane woman of 37 are merely formalities to communicate innocent ephemera. Directions, the time, got a match, and other banalities of everyday existence which strangers the world or frequently impart to one another on the street without incurring penitentiary sentences. Excuse me, he says without spitting. Weren't you at $3 cuts last Tuesday? Where did he learn such obvious intros? From his elders? $3 cuts. Me at $3 cuts. The snaky misdemeanant thinks he's going to make me a felon. Why, yes, as a matter of fact, I was at $3 cuts last Tuesday. Your skateboard does look familiar. It's such a nice one. Little turquoisey emblems and things. I'd spot it anywhere.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Todd. He thrusts me his hand, big as a man's. It's covered with inked Kabbalah, cut scabs, scarifications, and immolations of all natures. Pussy, infected, bleeding things meticulously inflicted. I take it and die in his palm. He tells me about the Echo and the Bunnymen concert, the Dead Kennedys, Crass, and his Steel Pulse collection. His mother's got a new boyfriend and he can't sleep at night because her wails waken him. And at breakfast he delivers commentaries to her and her lover about their vigor. His dad's an asshole who dealt drugs when he was a hippie, but now he's a stockbroker and a hypocrite with a house in Sherman Oaks. And his new stepmother's a cunt. She's 30 and thinks she's his mother. And 2 weeks after she married his dad, she hit him. So he hit her back. And she flew across the room and incurred a concussion, and his dad came in and threatened his life. Together, the two of them rag on him about his dirty room, his lazy friends, his drug habits, and his truancy. For his birthday, they're getting him an electric guitar. Last summer, he worked for his Uncle Norm and has enough money saved to get maybe an '81 Ford when he's 16. His dad used to take him to a dry pool at an abandoned estate, and he'd skateboard for hours in the deep end while his dad would sit on a bench reading Moby Dick. And half of his class came home with him during lunch hour, and they had a bomb in the living room, and the Guatemalan maid came in and threw them out with ear-splitting Spanish and a broom. And last summer he was dating Wendy Loper, and they'd stay out all night going pool hopping in Tarzana. And once he pinned his mother against the refrigerator door with a knife at her throat, and how do I like his new creepers?
So, last year,
he pants around the stretch of his universe with the finish line here at my feet. His feet are nailed to his board, 2 inches above earth, scaffolding lordliness. He has run out of tin soldiers and Dodger cards. We are just 2 people. His eyes are hazel. He sputters into some frothy loquacity about how his mom's salsa is Jesus, and it's only because I wanted to go to bed with something clean. I wanted the lights out, and I wanted to be a Rorschach, wooed by eyes that see in the dark. And because Aphrodite is an eidetic girl, and because we'd make love like unscrabbling a rebus, whispering into unbathed ears the things we got. And because it's the Ice Age, and he'd roll me up in him like a Saskatchewan pelt, so no bad winter can come in and molest me ever. Occupado, I'll taunt at Kronos. Occupado. And because no one had asked me out for 6 months, and because it's the noblesse oblige of the female to be nice, I said, Todd. Todd froze mid-consonant. Why don't I give you my phone number and we can continue this conversation tonight?